Hello, YouTube. Well, this was a last minute adventure, but I made it, I think. So I'm going to wait for a couple of my chatters to get in the box here. We're live. So if you're watching this as a recording, as usual, you might want to just skip ahead a little bit. And, oops, there goes my Posca pen. Hey, Joan. I'm trying to grab a couple of things here. Clean dot metallic. I wonder what this is. Oh, okay. I'm just looking through some pens that I may or may not use. Pentel. Where are my... Huh. Apparently, my black Posca pens are in a very safe place. Oh, let's see here. What is this? That's just fine line. Just looking at a couple things here that I may or may not use. Hey, Linda. This was very last minute. I didn't think I was going to make it. Yet here I am. So we're going to go with it for what it's worth. Let me try to get over here to my other drawer and look for, oh, maybe this. A couple of Robin's art foamies is what I'm looking at. Hi, Ann. Welcome. Talk about flying by the seat of your pants. If that were a middle name, that would be my middle name these days. Lordy. Okay. Whew, didn't think I was going to make it. Hey, Dot. Yeah, Mom's not been doing excellent for the last couple of days. We had to take her downtown to Hopkins Friday. Her cardiologist fit her in. So she's doing okay. Just the congestive heart failure is causing her to hang on to a little bit more fluid than is good. So he upped her meds. We got a lot of stuff going on. So, and I'll be here for as long as I can. If she calls me, then I got to go. She's right upstairs, but I told her I'm downstairs. So, hey, Janine, I'm going to be downstairs streaming. She said, go ahead. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm looking at this. These are the two watercolor papers that last week I tried to not so efficiently foil around the edges. Although after I get away from them and come back and look at them, I wanted to gild the edges of this. It's Nujambi, I think this paper's called. Nujambi, I think it is. I got it from Jerry's. And there was a pack of 100 sheets. I think this is 9 by 12, this particular size. They have various sizes. It's a handmade paper, and it's not cheap, but occasionally they have it on a really good sale, which is when I got it. And I've never really used it. So you guys might have remembered last week I splashed some of these Boulder color powders in water. This one was the red cabbage. This one was the butterfly pea on this paper. And it really did. Let's see if you see how it's warped. I mean, I can take care of that. But when they were drying, that's why this one pulled so much. It warped so much. I went back after our stream and squirted some more water on it and dumped some more pigment on it. But it was so bowed. And right there, it doesn't look too bad. But while it was drying, this is really concave here and these deep puddles. So that didn't turn out. And that's my favorite one of the, I mean, I love this, but this with the purple and the pink and the light green, that you get in there in that butterfly pea mixture. And these are the salts. They're color changing pigment salt. And it's from Boulder Colors. Boulder as in a rock, not boulder like I'm bold. I find them on Instagram, and they got some pretty cool stuff. But so this one didn't turn out like I wanted. And when I tried to gild these edges of this, got a really pretty decal edge on this paper. It absorbed this gilding paste mixtion. Pebio, they come up with new words. Fiction, mixtion. I brushed this on all around. Well, one of them, this one I just did in spots. This one I tried to do it all the way around. And you can see how spotty it was. The paper, like, immediately sucked in. It's 100% cotton. It sucked in this adhesive. So there wasn't much for it to hold on to. However, now that I say that, I kind of like the way it looks, kind of grunge, shall we say. The one on the right looks like a bear with blue eyes in the back of its head. Oh, I see his head. Here's the back of his head and his body and his little legs. Maybe a little arm hanging down. Dot, look at you. Anyway, so I'm losing more brain power every week with all the stuff going on with my mom, and trying to keep her straight and as well as she can be. But so if I have to ditch in the middle of this, that's why. But I'm going to try to press through. I'm going to be done before Xandra comes on at 4. And I thought I would just try to maybe add some bits to these and see where they end up. I'm kind of wishing this one didn't have this color foil in it now, because it doesn't really go. But it was just a test, but I love how it came out. So we'll roll with it and see what happens. So let me get these out of the way. That's the collage from last week. I left it lay out here to dry. You can see that silver black ink. I love the color of that. It's silver with like a blue cast to it. Robin's printables in play here, here, and this. Well, you can't really see it, but there's a big arc of a circle. You can see a little bit down here where the rusted papers ran. That was one of her printables as well. This was a piece of tissue that I sprayed all kind of inks over it and let it just crumple and dry. Kayla's here, up to my elbows in paint. Eventually I got to come up with something, right? Well, yeah. Maybe you can just make prints with your elbows on stuff. You know, don't want to waste any paint. So anyway, that's what that was. Just sitting out there drying. And now, oops, here's a little half a circle kind of thing there. Now we'll see. So I brought out a couple of Robin's art foamies. She's got new art foamies coming out. So you should check out Robin McClendon's YouTube page and her book. Her book will be out. You can pre-order on Amazon now, but you'll get it in October. And it's a Gelli printing book. She's got some techniques in there she hasn't done publicly yet. So that's kind of exciting. And she's got new art foamies come out that she showed on another stream. That's a very recent stream, like within the last week. It was something like distressed. What was it called? Distressed paper. I don't remember what the name of it was, but you'll find it. It's one of the first ones chronologically on her YouTube channel. And she showed her new art foamies coming out. I think they're coming out April 1st. So I think I'll be streaming with those. Hey, Dana. I think I'll be streaming with those for her. And I'm waiting on Sherry to get back to me, Joan, for your new stencil designs. We're going to do a sale coming up for iStencils at some point in the near future. We just have to narrow down a date. So, hang on. The store in Mississippi. Oh, I'm in Mississippi. Oh, yikes. Oh, thank goodness, Janine. Yeah, that was terrible. Oh, my gosh. So I pulled out my rose gold watercolor. I have a little vat of it. I used to use this all the time back in the day when I actually did stuff. Of course, I got my fat thumb in it. That's okay. But I don't know that it's really going to go because this is gold and this is the multicolor foil. Not sure about that. So I pulled out this hunk of this handmade paper that I recently got and thought maybe like a little strip or something of this. I want to break up some of these blobs and get rid of the teddy bear that Dot sees there. And Gayla loves it when I collage. So, you know, I just do this for her. I got a couple Posca pens here that I might make some marks at some point. You just don't know what's going to happen because I certainly don't. Let's do this one first. If I'm not really in the groove, I'll screw up the one that's already a little iffy. Let's just see if I can tear off a couple little skinny strips of this. Just kind of, you know, little harem scarum, however they come off. Let's see what this is going to do. Oops, that's really, really little. Uh-oh, that's not so little. Maybe that's what I need. That takes up a lot of that room. Let's see, put that pointy part up there maybe. I don't know. The ups and downs. That's a nice way to put it. Or do I want to just do some graduated little bits, however they come out? Maybe, oops, maybe I'll start with that. Got to go in easy. My brain and my body are exhausted. My body is exhausted most of the time, but when my brain follows, that's when we get a little bit iffy. Let's just slap a couple of these down. Love that gold paper. It is pretty. It's pretty. It's got that natural crackle texture in it. So let's see. Let's just start slapping some stuff down here, shall we? What's the worst that can happen? Gayla could tell you. She and Joan have probably seen the most things gone wrong here. Hey, so let's go. Let's just put her down. One. Yeah, do this at the bottom that way. Oop. Don't start with me. Yeah, I thought when we took my mom to Hopkins, her surgeon, I love this guy. He is the best doctor I've ever worked with. And I sent him a message Thursday night telling him how much more short of breath she's been. And, you know, usually they'd say, well, I should probably have to take her to the ER. The gold paper. CB! Let me think about that. So I sent him a message Thursday on my chart to explain to him what the differences that I'm seeing and how much shorter of breath she is. And he said, I'm going to be in clinic tomorrow. Can you get her there? I'll make a spot for her at 1:30. So that's what he did. He squeezed us in, and my nephew came over and helped me get her down there, which is a chore now because the steps going down, not so bad. Coming up, needs an assist. But anyway, he took chest x-ray, blood work, changed a couple of her meds, examined her. We've got to do the blood work and the x-ray right there on different floors in the Hopkins building. So that's where we are. Here's the sticker that came off that paper. Are you going to focus? Really? No. Sometimes if I start up really close. And sometimes not. I'll read it. It's called Soft Metallics Gold Mommy, MOMI. And it's from gpcpapers.com. G like Gala, P like Patty, C like CB papers. gpcpapers.com. Soft Metallics Gold Mommy. That's what this one is. Hey Rihanna. Hey Devin. Good to see you guys. So that's where we are with my mom. And she doesn't seem much better, although stable. But she's here for now. But I noticed, even with the new stronger water pills, overnight she gained 2 more pounds, which is not good. So I sent him another note and some pictures this morning. And we'll see how that goes. These are really wonky tears. Maybe they'll look extra good because they are. Right, Gayla? Oops, get off my finger. I'm going to put this little teeny weeny one over here. Let's go this way. Just because I have no idea why. Let me get those out of the way. Oh, I wonder what this... Does this have the colors in it? I just caught my eye of this piece of tissue. Ish, right? The back sides of these sometimes look cool because the shiny... See the shiny bit of that? And the texture's like convex instead of concave on this side, where it's raised where the puddles were, where on this side they're concave. Let me have a little thinkaroo on this one here. Kathy, Judy, hello ladies. I think some of the little purple bits in here look kind of interesting. With these colors. Is that one too much over there? I don't know. Maybe not. It's already half torn there. So let's just take a chunk of this. Oh, that didn't look so good. Get rid of this little white edge here. This tear is really funny. Not so good. Not ha-ha funny, like S-O-B funny. See what I mean? Well, why don't you just tear off there? There you go. Let's get it over with. Rip off the Band-Aid. Did I say something memorable? As always. Gayla never forgets what I say. Of course, she probably types it out on her typewriter in a very special font and puts it on her shrine to me. Cleaning my brush when I heard what could go wrong. You had to rush back. Hang on. Why is this camera? Oh, hang on. I'm going to move the camera. Hold on to your lunch. This is a monopod that hangs from the ceiling with a slide in it about this long so I can adjust it front or back how I want it. Thanks to my very clever husband that put it up there for me. I don't know. What was I thinking with this? Do I want to blend it in with this maybe? I have to look on on the screen to see what the heck I'm doing here. No, maybe not. Well, I might have to stick to maybe not. Oh, crap. It's laid on the glue paper. Let me get rid of this little piece, waiting to be a disaster. Ooh, that's a fun little piece right there. I'll put that all to the side. Let's see if this will tear. Now look how straight that's tearing. And the other way, it wouldn't tear at all. Guess there's a grain to the tissue paper I wasn't aware of. Ooh, that's kind of cool. See, that wouldn't tear straight at all. What do you know? See, it's not all lost. You learned something. You're welcome. I didn't realize in tissue paper, but I guess in any kind of paper there is. Judy, you're giving away all my secrets. But you're not lying. Oh, no, that's kind of cool. But that's going to... That's probably too much. I'm just thinking. Don't anybody panic. Another Judy. Hello, another Judy. Hey, Tam. I probably have to tear this in half again. It's kind of too thick. What do you think? Let's try it. See if the green thing works again. Look at that. Oh, I like how that tore down to a little point. Kind of like Gayla's head. Oh, I can only say that because she knows I love her. I don't want to cover these clusters. Those are the pretty parts. I wonder if I should go right down the middle of those. No. I have to back up and then look up at the at my screen to see what it looks like. It's a little bit better view, and it comes from further away. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to flip and do it. As I mentioned, not... Oh, look how pretty that is on the back side. Oh, love her. Hello, look at you. Maybe we'll flip her over. Maybe not. No, I better keep it on this side. Okay. Because you don't see any of the gold. The gold didn't go all the way through. It's pretty, though. Hey, Hummer. Oh, that's a cool job. You know what? That's a job that I thought I wanted when I was in high school. And, well, that didn't happen. But and then I actually thought about being a paramedic at one time. Way back, we're talking. When I was still in school. That didn't happen. Where did I have that? Down here, maybe? I want that little pointy tip to stick on the paper there. Might have to tear it a little bit up on this end to get it off of that. Actually, you know what? I better cut it because that's going to tear really wonky. I just know it. I know it. Oh, come on. Get off of me. Get off of me. This damn glue is so good. Well, I don't know what I'm really thinking with this, to be honest. Let's put, just for giggles, I have some iridescent bronze out here. Oh, but it's gold on here. Let's try gold. Hang on, let me grab some gold paint. Where's my gold? Iridescent gold. Fine. Hey, Jan. Oh, cool. I didn't know you were a paramedic. I always thought I would like to do that. I did lifeguard for a number of years and did the first aid for the whole beach complex in my early days. I'm going to put this a little bit on this piece of Gelli, and I need a brayer. Okay. And now I don't know how this is going to work because this paper is kind of warped. Makes me think of Gelli. And rough. So this may not work near as much as I thought. ATP in her full piece, red bathing suit saving lives. Oh, I didn't know you were there. All right, let me just get some of this on the brayer. Look at oh, it's the gold. It's whatever's on my brayer coming off. Well, we're going to go with it. Already got her lubed up. And let's just roll some of that. Oh, it's coming out green. Sweet Moses. Okay, well, whatever. Might be the best mistake ever. Trying to grab some more of the gold. Well, there's some green in here, but not this green. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the closest I'm going to ever get to being a paramedic at this rate is buying a fireman's annual calendar. Hey, that's not a bad idea now that I say that out loud. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. See, a screw up that works out. You can't hate it. So let's, I still got a little paint of this mishmash here. Let me take, this is Robin's scripting art foamy. Let me put a little more gold down here. Let's see what happens. The Gelli was not a good idea to start with, but who didn't know that was coming? Let's see, where am I going to put you? Something feels like right in here is the right place. Oh, thanks, Devin. You know, I know your name's not really Devin, but I can't bring myself to call you anything but that because that's what I've always called you. I might stop with that one right now before it gets too crazy. But I really like, I even like how this smudged. So it doesn't look, you can tell that it's script, but it's not pristine. So it looks oldish like it's supposed to. Oh, thanks, Judy. I know, who knew? I do like that, actually. This little gilded edge that was, I thought was a fail, but now that I see it, I kind of like the grunge of it because it sucked in, that paper was so absorbent. It sucked in this foil, the leaf adhesive, and I didn't get to stick it everywhere, but I think I like it like this. Ha! All right, I'm going to set that off to the side. Now, see this one. I love this, how it came out. But maybe spatter some of the dark blue shades in this one over here. Like these darker blues. Might need a little spatter. Set that over there and think a minute. Now I'm sorry I put this variegated foil on here because it does not go with this at all. I guess I could cut it off, but I'm not gonna. Running in slow motion. Just saw your other comment. Oh, there's a nightmare for you. Kind of like I ran out in the middle of the street in Southern Pines, Gail. I was going after my ring that flew off my finger in front of traffic. I like that ring. I mean, you've seen me move like a gazelle before. Okay, I'm going to move that dangerous piece out of the way. Grab another piece. And let's see, do I want to just... That's like so pretty. I'm not sure I want to collage over anything. Unless, of course, I found a piece of this spectacular stuff that would look cool. Been on for about not quite a half an hour and got them scarred for life already. My job here is done. Let's see here. All of this is so cool. I hate to cover any of it. I don't mind covering this. This is one of the puddles where the paper kinked up and it was laying with a puddle of what it was like. Took forever for this to dry. But look at some of these little areas in here. How wispy that looks in those colors. Hello, lover. And this is the Boulder Colors red cabbage color changing salt. You can't hate that. I think I'm going to CB. Then I lose my decal. Oh, no, I don't, because I have decal edge cutters now. So that's going to have to come in. I don't know. Let me get one of my cutters that I had to have last year at the event. Thanks to Claire, muscling me into them. And somebody else had one. Was it Jan? Was that you? Oh, Jesus. Well, everything's falling in here. That is not. This one's too small. So let's try. This one's probably too big. Ay, ay, ay. Does that have the decal in it? It does. Let's try it. So I make my way back over gingerly. Just catching them on chat. Oh, yes, it was Diane. Yep, you are correct. So this one, this is because of April. Yeah. Doesn't even fit on my damn desk space here. But that's okay. Let's see. Well, I got to try to hold this here where I can look at it first to figure out where the cut line happens. Okay. Well, it's up too close. I can't see it without. So it's like halfway through this metal strip, right down this guideline here, I guess. Okay. All right. If we hose this up, it's completely CB's fault. That's just how it's going to have to go. I don't want to take off more than I have to. And of course, it's a little wonky because the decal edge, nothing's friggin' easy, I'm telling you. All right, let's try it, see what happens. Hello. Oh, it's starting to cut it. What? What is it the paper that's so heavy? Am I that weak? I see it happening. Sheesh. Oh, that's a kind of cool decal though. That's this top side. Huh. Oh, see, we're still decaling. Okay. Surrounded by 18 by 24 prints. Yeah, you got to put them away and walk back. Hey, Ange. Happy you're here. Welcome. I'm trying to correct the wrong color combination here from an experiment from last week and get this multicolored foil off of here. Did that get it off? Oh, hell, I moved it now. Not good. There we go. Hey, maybe I can go back and gild it the color that should be with it whenever I figure out what I'm going to do. Never say die. I will not be beaten. Well, I will, but I just won't ever acknowledge it. There we go. Now I'm getting her. Hang on, let's see what we got here. I'm not so worried about this being centered. I just need to get rid of this foil that does not match what I threw on there as an experiment last week. I didn't expect it to look that cool, so that's why I didn't care what color foil was on it. And then it looks pretty dang cool. Boom. There we go. A new decal edge. Thank you, April. Now instead of cussing April, I got to thank her for spending the money for this thing. Hey, at least I got to use it. That's more than I can say for a lot of things I get talked into buying, who I blame on others all the time. Now I wonder if a piece of this might look cool on there. Hang on. These whimsy circles on the handmade paper, because it'll be translucent when it glues down, pretty much. Let's see. It's kind of a wonky circle, but you know, maybe I can put this over the blob where that water pooled there. Patty, have you ever done a room tour? I would love. Oh God, it's a disaster. It's an unfinished basement. Years of putting off the inevitable. I did one way long ago, but it was completely different then. Dave and I have a running joke that when we retire, we're going to do this. And when we retire, we're going to do that. So we'll see how that works out. I wonder if I put this. See, this is doing nothing for me here. I wonder if I could cover up the majority of that, and it will show through here. Does that look too wonky at the bottom there? Should I only cover up part of it and cover up more of this space that's not really, it's real watery and wispy looking here though. I don't know. I'm waiting for Gayla to give me her expert advice. Looks like a giant condom. Exactly the look I was going for, Kath. And it's not a giant one. It's just one of Dave's. He left here. Hey, Z. I might just put it right there. What's the worst that can happen? Ha! CB. Work with me, CB. All right, I'm going to get out some of that rice paper glue because these are very delicate. And I used the last bit of my first jar the other day. And here is the, what is it? Amazon label that was on here. If anybody asks after I start using this what it is. Really. If I could hold still, it might focus, but it's just not working for me today, is it? Let's try down here. That's pretty clear. Can I zoom in now? I can't. Okay. So it's called Yamato Starch Glue. YAMATO. And it's recommended to use like with rice paper and all the fine, fragile handmade papers to glue down on a collage. And it's like what kind of consistency? Oops. There she goes, Yamato. It's thick, but it's snotty, I guess is a good word for it. Get that off my finger. I get a baby wipe. I'll have all my papers attached to my fingers. No problem, Devin. We'll see you later. Okay, I need a little brush. I'll just use this one here. Okay, I'm going to brush the back side of this. I think snotty is a good word for it, actually. And this is off a huge paper sheet that I also got at gpcpapers.com, and it's called Whimsy. And it's just a bunch of these handmade circles all over it. I've had this, and not this big sheet, but I had 12 by 12s. I would pick some up every year we went to, I'd go to Dick Blick. I used to go to Dick Blick to the mothership in Chicago when I traveled for work to different trade shows they'd have in Chicago. I'd hit the mothership while I was there, and that's where I found a lot of these 12 by 12 papers way back when. Okay. Let's see what happens. You're good. See how translucent it is already? And then when I put it down, I'm going to hit it on the top with a little bit of this too. Not looking at the chat right now. Let me get my nose to the grindstone here to get this. Why isn't that going translucent there? That's weird. Well, it's not like this is going to end up in the Smithsonian or anything. See, Hummer agrees. Snotty. I mean, that's something we all understand. Okay. That breaks it up a little bit. Ish. But I want to do this text stamp, Robin's text art foamy again. Oh, her new ones that are coming out are a lot of Japanese characters. Hey, Debbie. Welcome. GPC. There, thanks, CB, for the link. wonder if I should go this way on this one. Huh, that might be too big. Let me look at another one. Hold the phone. Too big, too big, too big. I wonder what this one would look like. This one's kind of big but broken up more. So if I went down here, let's see, what would I see? Would I still, well, it's going to be just text. That might work. I'll just go a little off kilter here, maybe. What the hell? We'll try it. We shall try it. Now, for this one, I wonder, I wonder if I should use bronze, or maybe even my rose gold. Uh-oh. Oh, hang on one sec. Sorry, guys. Hello? I could hear you. I could hear her a little bit. I'm down the basement streaming live right now. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, Lala. Thanks, hon. Bye. That was one of my mom's friends just called my mom and was reporting back on how she sounded on the phone with her breathing. And she did say she's gasping a little bit. Not a, like I'm dying gasp, but like, you know, you hear her when she inhales talking. Why am I using this? Where's that? Here it is, right in front of my face. That's, I don't think those colors are right on here. I don't know about that. Let's go ahead and proceed with this. And let's use, grab a piece of palette paper instead of this Gelli that sticks to my brayer. This is one of my favorite colors. This is the Iridescent Bronze Fine by Golden. It's the fluid acrylic. They also have it now in a high flow. This is new. It just came out in high flow recently, which is lovely. All right, let's just... Hopefully all these, the paint getting down in between those lines isn't going to print, and it might. And if it does, we're going to call it grunge mixed media. I switch up what I'm going for as I screw up. All right. Let's just do it. Bronze in the flow. Isn't it cool? I tried some on the Gelli plate at one point, and you know how it beads up so much and it breaks apart from the turquoise and the metallic pigments that are in that? It looks really cool. All right. Well, it came out a little schmutzy. I don't hate it. See all this? That's what we call grunge. It was intentional, really. For those of you who don't believe me. Really was. Okay, let's... Here's the script one. This is just like a little mark. Let's just see what happens with this. Oh, Ange, if you're still here, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about Robin McClendon having her new art foamies coming out. You might like them for your collages you were doing with all the different fonts and languages. There, a lot of them are Japanese characters, and it's going to come with a sheet that tells you what they mean and all that good stuff. Kenzie, I think you just pressed too hard on the edges. Probably. Damn Wheaties. Don't know my own strength. This paper is buckled and it's warped from where the puddles of water stayed in it. So I was trying to get a better impression because of that. So my muscles might have gotten in the way. Do I want it that way? Let's try it this way. Let's just put it in here somewhere. This one held on to a lot more paint. Oh, okay. Oops, what's that? Paint booger in there. That's okay. I don't know if you guys can hear Oakley barking up there. I closed up the sunroom. We have a doggy door that goes out onto the deck, and it's nice here today. So I was going to open that. Well, I did open it so he can go out and sun himself on the deck. He likes to lay out there. Where a new family moved in on the corner around the curve. Well, for those of you who have been here, there's a steep curve that goes around our property, and across the curve, they got a bunch of little kids and a little dog that looks like Toto on Wizard of Oz. And he only responds to Spanish commands, but he's never on a leash, and they don't have a fence. He runs all over the neighborhood. How he hasn't gotten flattened, I don't know. But when he'll come right up into our yard and look at Oakley and like bark at him. And apparently that pisses Oakley off. So, yeah, that's why he's up there barking, even with the door closed. So I need to set these aside and let my brain think on them a little bit. Let's see. I hate to waste this paint. Should I paint a page in here and just let it start to let it dry for an upcoming collage background, maybe? Ah, Lord. Yeah, I like this. I like the script too. This is the one we did last week. So I still got to trim that one. So let's just very sketchily let this roll off. Sketchily. I made that up, in case you're wondering. See, you can see the pigments in there now, how they break down that turquoise and the bronze separate sometimes for some reason. And I'm just letting the weight of the brayer, whatever it does, it does. Yeah, well, that's what you call a background. In case anyone was wondering what the hell I was doing. Glued to my glue page. Get that off of there. You know what? Maybe. What time is it? 3. I got about 40 minutes left. I want to get off in time to get back upstairs and get set up for Z streaming at 4. I know it's like I'm crazy. Hey, Angel. That's me, Miss Spontaneity. Or is it Miss ADHD? Kind of one of the same. Put these away. I think I'm going to put those away. I might pull them back out. I wanted to show you guys what this bronze does. Let's just grab this. Wow, that's kind of trash. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, Lordy. Put my jelly plate away months ago dirty, so you can see one of Joan's stencil designs in there. One, I think it's a round one. I forget what it's called. But for those of you who didn't hear earlier, we're having an iStencil sale. Don't have a date nailed down yet. Joan's got a bunch of new designs that'll be featured. So when we get a date nailed down, I will. Oh, of course, Orla. Good Lord. The old brain ain't what she used to be. What color paper? What do I want to use for paper? Let's grab some. What's all this stuff loosely up here? That's that unrow paper. That might look cool in there. Let's throw some of that. Ooh, where are we going to put it? Let me open a drawer. Throw it in there. Unrow. What is this? In buffered interleaving tissue. What the hell is that? I bought it, but I don't know what it is. This is what it says. Apparently, I needed it. It's 100 packs, and it must, whatever it is very thin. I forget what the hell it is, why I bought it. Oh, wow, that is really thin. We'll put this over with the possible suspects. Better leave this. Oh, shoot. Okay, or not. Put this up here in a safe place, if there is such a thing. Nothing is safe in my reach. I'll grab a couple pieces of this tissue too. And we'll start with that and see what we get. So this is the bronze, iridescent bronze golden's high flow. This is the one that's much more watery. Hey, Gail. I know. It's whisper thin. Let's spritz a little bit. See, it's still separated coming out. See a little bit of that green. And I shook her up pretty good. Maybe there was a little booger up there that. So I'm going to spread this out. Let me get my water bottle. Let me bring you in a little closer. Come on in. So you can see what happens. And these usually will naturally kind of resist the plate and start to kind of pucker up and, you know, not stay rolled out very well. Oh, no. I don't know who that is. Well, gosh, I hope it's not one of Mom's doctors on a number I don't know. Spray a little water, and you can see it start to interesting. Don't know who that is. See the turquoise start to break out of that? Now that's probably too much water to pick up on a regular old piece of this thin stuff. See what's happening? So if you let it sit there and just start to pull off and go in its own ways, and you can see this feathering kind of action up here. Oh, I'd have to tilt it for you to see what it looks like, but it's feathering. You're just going to have to trust me on the feathers. But this tissue is going to be too fine to pick up that. I need something more like, Maybe a rice paper would do it. That's still kind of thin, but oh, you know what I could use? That where the hell did I put it? Oh, this is what I'll use. Try and stay with me. I dare you. This is the cotton paper Robin got on Amazon and was talking about how much she likes it for Gelli printing. It's G Natural, 100% cotton. So let's try a hunk of that. See what's happening here? I love that. Joan's always busy working on new designs. I'm going to grab a couple pieces out of there. That noise you hear is my mom's walker moving from probably her one room to the bathroom. So let's grab that and see what happens. Okay, there was a voicemail left, so let me. Oh, that's the home nurse calling to check on her condition over the weekend. I guess they might have saw the doctor's notes. I will call her back later. I don't want to push this too hard and lose all that goodness of that organic kind of design. Let's see what we got. And you'll probably like that. Like, you know, I like my turquoise. But look, isn't that cool? And that's just the one paint that breaks apart. You can't hate that, people. That's pretty wet. Where am I going to put you? Let's put you right over there. That's a really pretty background to start with. One day. Someday. Where's that real thin one now? That's the rice paper. There it is. No, this is my tissue. Maybe I didn't pull any of that out. Who the heck knows? Let's see if I can get any more of this up. Oh, hey, Susan. Keeps you out of mischief. That's why Paul keeps buying her all the supplies she wants. Keep her out of mischief. How is my buddy, Joan? Paul doing good? Okay, that didn't do too much, but that's the paper. The weak paper. It's very weak paper. Let's, oh, you know what? Let's do something like this. What is this? Blue interference. This is a high flow. It's blue interference. You can see on the label sample there. See where it just shows blue where it's black underneath of it. Let's do something crazy. Get that all mixed up in there. All right, I think there, oh no, that's been opened, it looks like. I don't remember opening it, but okay, whatever. Let's put a little bit of this down. You only need a little bit of this stuff because it's so watery. It spreads and it's going to resist a little bit. You can kind of see the bluish that looks more purple against that bronze that's down there. Huh. All right. Now my idea was to pull it on a piece of black. This is the Nina Eclipse bond paper. Eclipse black. And let's see. I'm hoping there's not too much on there, and that'll clean the plate and pull up some of that old bronze that was under there before. CB. I have to remind Dave to start taking his Geritol and beef up his iron with Gala coming into town. I mean, CB coming into town. Well, Gala, I mean, for all of you, I'm not going to do that. Not a bad idea. Hey, Linda. I don't know if this is going to be a successful pull. In my mind, it looks really cool. But, well, you know how the... Hey, I wonder how these spray paints would look on the Gelli plate. They're water-based acrylic. They're acrylic paint. Do you think I'll destroy my plate if I use them? And you can use them indoors. That's the lovely part. They're Montana. A little bit of it's coming up. Who was saying they love blue? Oh, Sandra. We're saying you love blue and gold. But there's still some on there that didn't come up. I want to clean it to try something else. I wonder, does she use them on her... You mean they spray, Susan? Does she use them on her Gelli plate? Oh, she does. Interesting. That's my fear. Yeah, it's an acrylic water-based spray, so I don't see why you couldn't use it. It's just going to dry quick, but that's all right. It might get stuck, and then I might have to use another layer to pull it, but that's okay too. Let's do something crazy. Let's use this in the gold somehow, some way. Ryan, there it goes. I did not loose the mixing ball. Ooh, this looks pretty cool over here. That's got a bunch of colors coming through. Oh, you can't see it. Let me back you back out a little ways again. You still can't see it, but this roll-off piece here, it's looking pretty good. I know CB's got her eye on it. Once my roll-off papers, just take the damn dog and be done with it. Take it all. I'm gonna go for it. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. I'm going to do them both at once. I'm going to double crazy. Well, we shall see. I'll take one of these. That's starting to resist a little bit. I'm going to spray a little water on it just from way up here. They are Montana. I'll show you the jar, Tam. They're advertised as MTN, like kind of an abbreviation for Montana-ish. M like Mary, T like Tom, N like Nancy. Oops. Xandra showed them a while back, and I forget where she saw them. And they're just little ones, and they can be used indoors. Hummer wants the dog. Oh, some days. Somehow in 5 years, I haven't given him to the gypsies yet, but ooh, he's gotten close a couple times. He can either be a hellion or so lovable you can't hardly stand him. I don't know if you saw what I shared on Facebook today. In my feed, a memory came up from 5 years ago. I'll try to show you. Of Owen, my great nephew, when he was, here we go. He was, well, he just turned 6, so he was just around a year old. And then Knucklehead with him, trying to pull a spoon out of his mouth where he ate it. He was eating something. He was trying to get a hold of the spoon as per usual. You can't see it, but Oakley's got on a kerchief around his neck. Free to a good home. Oh, that seems really sticky. Oh, don't do it. Oh, look at those kind of wiggles I got in there. Now, was that because of the paint or the paper? Or both? And it looks like some of this stuck to the design underneath. See where there's kind of a design there? And it looks like kind of a big golden circle in the middle. I don't know if I sprayed it in a circle like that. But that's kind of cool looking, though. That could have its uses. Isn't that cute? Puppies and little boys. Now, and some of those little ripples stayed here. Huh. Well, let's get a little... Do I want to do that? I'm seeing somebody say hi, Teresa. I didn't see Teresa come in, but hello. Oh, Star O, are you Teresa? Finally caught you live, Randy, and I have missed you all. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that Teresa. Hi. Oh my goodness. How are you guys? I'm making a mess is what I'm making. I got to watch my time. I've got 20 minutes max more. So let's, let's like really muck it up here a little bit. Let's do this. This is High Flow Interference Gold. Let's put a little bit of this down and brayer it. Just a little wee bit. And let's brayer that. I have no idea what's happening now. I'm just totally running amok. But amok is the way I usually go. All right, see, I'll be over in a little bit. Let's do black and white with the gold. Oh, good. Teresa, I was thinking about you guys. I was thinking about trying to, try my hand, which is all black. There's no green thumbs on this hand. At one small raised bed for a few favorite vegetables to see how I could go. How I could do with that. Ay, ay, ay. Let's just do that, just for giggles. Let's see what happened. It's starting to separate, and it looks real peppery in there. See the pepper? And then the waves underneath of it. And then the gold's underneath of that. So what shall I pull that on? Let's do another piece of this stuff. This is that cotton paper in the red box that I showed you. That. Oh, look how the waves are coming out in there more. Little turquoise over here showing. Let's go in for it before she dries. Our soil here is very sandy. One of my friends who did some raised gardens, she's 20 minutes from here or so. She said once she got her soil right, she did really well, but she's got a pretty big garden. So we'll see how that goes in my spare time, which I have zero of. But when I retire, it was a standing joke from earlier. That's always mine and Dave's. When we retire, we're going to gut this friggin' basement, get rid of that huge bowling alley table he built for me years ago when we first got together, and get more wire racks from Costco and set up a pantry that's a little more organized than the three we have that are side by side like this, 1, 2, 3. And you got to pull them out to see what's in the back. So we want to go this way around the room. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, you know what? I probably should have pulled this on black for the white and gold to show. Who knows? We're in it now. Creaky but happy. Oh, give him a hug for us. All right. Oh, that's pulling up a lot of stuff. Oh, I kind of like what I'm seeing. Oh, and look, more waves. More waves are left behind. Ooh, look at that. See a little bit of that turquoise breaking through in there and those waves, and then this whole hunk of turquoise out on the side. Kind of interesting. You can't hate it, people. You can try, but you cannot hate it. Here's the first one. So let's do, what time is it? Very mindful of my time. Just for shits and giggles, as we say, let's do the two I haven't used yet. This blue and silver. And what do I want to put down under it? You know, I might just put down some of the high flow bronze to get that turquoise metallic pigment in there. Thanks, guys. It's really weird texture. I don't know if that's the paper or the paint. That Gelli plate didn't have any indentations like that, so it's one or the other, or maybe it's just the combination of how it accepts that paint. So let's just do a little bit of the bronze. Brayer that. Let's hit it with a real fine mist of water. It's way up here. And you can see that's already starting to separate and pucker up. See it puckering? Now, let's do some blue and silver. Don't ask me why, because the cans are here looking at me. It's the only reason. Brenda, what kind of paper? These last few sheets are this cotton paper that Robin found on Amazon. Oops. Forget I'm zoomed in. It's by G Natural. It's 100 sheets, 24 pound, 8.5 by 11, and it's 100% cotton. Oh, look, see the turquoise breaking out of that now? So let's just try to go in the holes. Oh, look how that's looking on top of that. Can you guys see that? Probably not. Let's do Good enough. All right. It's doing some crazy stuff with that blue. Look over here where it's kind of veining in those little blobs there. Can you see that? Ah. Trying to feel where my jelly plate is to get this somewhat centered. Hey, Kathy. Welcome. Another Kathy. We have multiple Judys, multiple Kathys. Only one Gala. And we thank our lucky stars for that. Want to do it on, is that eggs? Actually, one year, gosh, years ago, I just came up in my memory feed. I think it was 7 years ago. I put all different colors of paint, brayered it out, kind of rainbowy, and then rolled hard-boiled eggs through it and had a band of paint around it. All right, let's see what happens. It's going to be very cool or not. Oh, I think it's very cool from what I can tell. Oh. Hello, lover. Look at that real close up with that, the bronze breaking apart there with that turquoise and then the blue paint, how it kind of puckered up in there. See all the texture in that blue ring where I made that big circle on the edge of the paper? That really reacted with the bronze that was under it. Huh. That is rather delicious. Okay. All right. So what time is it? 3:40. Okay. Maybe we'll try one more. Let's do. Oh, you know what? I got these inks sitting here. I never did swatch these or anything. Tanzanite. They're really, really cool inks. What is this one? Fairy Forest. This was a green and had different. Let's try this. Let's put a little bit with a little pipette. Can't hate it. You got that right, Hummer. So let's try this. Do I have it all stirred up? Not all of it. Let's get a little more of that pigment off the bottom. All right. Let's take a little bit of this. And let's take a little bit of this. I know I'm getting crazy. Couple of drops. Well, maybe 5's a couple. And let's brayer that. I won't even have to put water on that because look how that's resisting the plate. Resist all you want. Let me rinse this out before I lose a pipette. Good enough. Okay. That looks kind of cool. So let's spray. Let's go with this one. Or do I want to do black? No, I wanted to pick it up on black. So let's do this, a little bit of this one. like so. And that's, see what it's doing with how those blues are kind of going over top of those droplets and causing that texture. Isn't that interesting? All right, let's throw a little gold in there. Why wouldn't we? All right, let's let her go like that. I'm going to pull that on black. Just for giggles. Oh, and you know what? I don't know if that's going to come up because it's kind of dry in the middle there. Let me put a little gold there. See if that'll pull it. All right. Patti, is it possible that that paint is doing that because it's cringing? Highly possible. That's why Gail is always a smart one. She can figure this stuff out. Scientist / therapist. I can already see there's going to be, see where the ribs are in that paper? So this paper looks like it's doing that as well. So maybe it's the paint. What time is it? 3:42. All right. We shall wrap up just in time. Wow, that looks like some kind of a view of the moon's surface or something in places. Huh. Oh, I like that little corner there with the bronze. How it looks real misty, like a wispy look to it. And yet more little ripples. So I want to clean that up. Let me fan it for a minute, see if I can get it to dry a little bit. And then I'm going to just pull it with probably Titan Buff just to get it off of there. That usually grabs them pretty good. It's really unusual texture. All right, let me grab, I haven't said this for a while, my Tight and Buff, just the way I like my men. So this will be interesting, and I think I'll do this on Gelli. Oh, maybe one of these thinner tissue papers. I want it'll better to tear with a cleanup print. Yeah, I might have to go Gelli. See some of that smearing around with the turquoisey colors. You can't hate it. Oop, I just went over my very pretty roll off. Some of the extra. You don't want to get it too wet, or it's only going to pick up the wet layer and leave all the good stuff on the plate. Ask me how I know. All right, Gelli, where are you? This is my favorite Gelli, which is getting harder to find. The quick wrap 12 by 12 sheets. Years of failures. That's how I know. All right. Let's see what's going to happen. And see, this wrinkles too, so that's going to leave a little bit of texture on the plate. But this will get most of it off, I think. I think. Pushing that extra hard to try to clean up the whole thing. Let the heat of my hands go through it and marry it to all those little bits on the plate. That's my plan. You know how that goes. Best laid plans. All right. Let's have peek. 347. Got most of it up. These are sometimes my favorites. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Got some shimmer on there. See the bronze hitting that. Got little gold, little silver, and the little bits of that metallic ink are showing through. And it got most of the plate. Has that little bit where the, this paper puckers too when you put it down there. So, let's see. There's one. This one. The one with the blue and silver and the bronze. This is the one with the black and white and the bronze. And this is the green and the gold. And then this one was just the high flow iridescent bronze on the Gelli plate with nothing else, sprayed with water, and it makes the pigment break apart. So you see the two different pigments in it. Okay, kids, thank you so much for joining. It was fun while she lasted. I didn't think I was going to make it at all today, but yet here I am. That line reminds me of something I said. We had, quick story, put handicap bars in 2 of the bathrooms for my mom. And the guys that were working on it are the guys who've done our deck. They did our master bathroom, so I know them pretty well. And the 2 of them were in there, and I was trying to show them from the toilet how high the handicap bar should be for my mom, and how much forward or whatever. So I put the lid down. I'm sitting on the toilet. They're both standing in the doorway looking at me, and I'm saying, I think like right about here will be good. And then it just hit me, and I said, of all the scenarios I've had come up in my head over the years, never did I imagine that you two would be standing there looking at me on the crapper, yet here we are. Oh, God bless me. All right, kids, going to run. I'm going to hop over to Xandra. So if you guys are going to be there, I'll see you there. Scraps to Beauty on YouTube. She's coming on at 4. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate you jumping on last minute. Sorry for the last minute. That's the way I got to go these days. So hopefully I'll be back again next weekend. Have a great week. Toodaloo.